I really hope that we can get to a place where we stop pushing the narrative that attachment styles cause abuse. That's simply not true. There are plenty of people who are anxious or avoidant that are not abusive, and that is simply because abuse lies in belief and value systems. In my last relationship, there were a few times where my anxious attachment was triggered. My nervous system would react and my patterned thoughts would come up. You know those thoughts. Here we go again. He's taking longer to respond. Is he going to leave me? But I made a conscious choice to not react. I sat in the discomfort instead. I also know plenty of avoidants that are not abusive as well. My last boyfriend, he didn't always communicate when he needed space to process. I would just feel the energetic shift. By giving him space in those moments, even though my anxiety was triggered, he was able to show me that he could come back to the conversation when he was ready. If I had allowed my anxiousness to take over, I would have perceived that exchange as abusive. I would have perceived him as giving me the silent treatment, but he wasn't, because he came back. Had I felt entitled to his emotional labor, and had I come at him and pressured him, making my need for instant regulation more important than his need to take space, he probably wouldn't have come back. Not because he's avoidant, but because I was stripping him of his human qualities, removing his autonomy to decide what he needed to process his feelings. If, when we allow space, the person doesn't come back to the conversation, then that is a reflection of their emotional intelligence and their emotional unavailability. And if we don't allow space for people to process their emotions, to get back to us when they are ready, then that is a reflection of our emotional intelligence and our emotional unavailability. I genuinely think that when people are operating from the wounds of their attachments, the entitled beliefs that they hold are so unconscious that they don't even realize it. But the behavior is a reflection of that energy. They might say, yes, I value autonomy, but their behavior demonstrates a different value as they allow their wounding to drive their behavior. My desire to get my need met is more important than your desire to meet your own needs. That is the entitlement that I speak of. When you feel entitled to someone's emotional labor because you lack the skills to self-regulate, you unknowingly objectify them.